welcome back to another episode of Another Turnover, the basketball podcast where a basketball fan with zero basketball credibility gives his opinions on what's going on in the NBA. Opinions that nobody asked for. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Chris Aaron Murphy, aka Aaron, and ladies and gentlemen, let's just jump right into it. Folks, welcome to a very special edition of Another Turnover. It is the Thanksgiving edition. So originally I was going to get a Thanksgiving edition episode up this past Friday, but I was like, well, I'll do the week of Thanksgiving because I'll be taking Friday off for obviously, Thanksgiving weekend festivities. I'm gonna eat on Thursday. I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna be eating. Friday I'm gonna be eating. Saturday, I'm probably still going to be eating. So I'm just going to put that out there now. So, but no episode of Another Turnover coming up this Friday, Black Friday, but wanted to get one out for the week of Thanksgiving to enjoy on your festivities, we'll say. I hope you get all the Thanksgiving food that you need, spend it with friends, family, whoever you spend the holiday time with. I hope you're able to spend as much as you desire. But let's get right into hoops action. Let's get into this very special edition of Another Turnover, Thanksgiving edition. And basically what I want to do some rapid fire. I want to go through every single team in the NBA and say what they should be thankful for. The number one thing, or I guess one thing, that's not necessarily number one, but one thing that they should be thankful for. And I'm going to try to keep this under 15 minutes. And I'm already looking at the clock at about 2 minutes already. So I can be long-winded, but I'm going to try to keep this 15 minutes or less. But let's jump right into it. Thanksgiving edition, what every single team should be thankful for. And let's start in the East, specifically in the Atlantic Division. The Boston Celtics, currently number 2 in the Eastern Conference, 14-3 record. They should be thankful overall for their front office. I mean, drafting Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown in back-to-back years. I think that's flipped. Jaylen Brown, then Jason Tatum in back-to-back years. I mean, incredible. Obviously, they were very high draft picks, so there were high expectations, but I would say that, they probably exceeded their high expectations. But signing Big Al Horford, trading for Jrue Holiday, trading for Porzingis, trading for Derek White. I mean, the Boston Celtics, if they're not thankful for their front office, I don't know what else they should be thankful for. And that was Danny Ainge back in the day. That's now Brad Stevens leading the charge. They should be thankful for their front office. But the Knicks should be thankful, most importantly, for Jalen Brunson. I mean, with him as the number one option, they're relevant again. Like, when was the last time the Knicks were relevant? What was the Carmelo years? And yeah, they were relevant during the Carmelo years, but were they really relevant, if you know what I mean? But I mean, they should be a consistent playoff team going forward with him as their number one option. I mean, that's with me saying I didn't think he could be a number one option, but with the way he's played the past couple of years, I know it's been a slow start for the New York Knicks, but if they stay healthy, they should be a perennial playoff team for the foreseeable future. But the other team in New York, the Brooklyn Nets, I think they should be thankful that they play in a cool city. I really couldn't think of anything or any, other reason basketball related why they should be thankful. I mean, stars come out, when you're in New York City, Brooklyn, stars come out to watch the games. I mean, I guess they could be thankful for Ben Simmons highlights or lowlights, however you want to put that. I mean, he's averaging a triple single, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. So they can be thankful for that. I saw him miss a wide open layup the other day, as did the rest of the world. So yeah, Brooklyn, playing a cool city. Be thankful for that. Toronto Raptors, I think they should be most thankful for their amazing throwback jerseys and court they had the other day. Like, I think Toronto, personally, I think has the best logo of all time, with the red dinosaur and everything like that. Obviously, if you're a Hoops fan, that was my inspiration. The colorways, that was my inspiration. This year was the throwback 1990s, early 2000s Toronto Raptors color scheme. But amazing throwback jerseys, Vince Carter era throwbacks this year, and they're incredible. Like, I think they should be thankful for that. And then the Philadelphia 76ers, I guess they should be thankful for the publicity that they've had their fair share of headlines. I mean, Embiid's been out, he's been injured, Embiid taking on reporters, Embiid, getting into it with his teammates calling him out. So, I mean, it's been Embiid. So, I guess they should be thankful that they are, despite their 3-12 record, they are still in the headlines. So, should be thankful. Let's go to the Central Division. The Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously, this is probably going to be a no-brainer. They should be thankful for their incredible start. I mean, starting off 15-0 before losing to the defending champion Boston Celtics. I mean, it definitely gives them plenty of cushion for when they eventually fall back to earth, which they will. I know it sounds crazy. Still not sold on this Cleveland Cavaliers team, even at 16-1. They will fall back to earth at some point. You heard it here first. But the Detroit Pistons transitioning, they don't have the worst City Edition jerseys, so they should be thankful for that. I mean, honestly, looking at their jerseys, I found it hard for for them to be thankful. I mean, yeah, they could be thankful for Cade Cunningham, but I mean, it is what it is. But their City Edition jerseys, not bad. They got a mix of white, they got some navy, they got some orange. If I were a Detroit Pistons fan, I would consider buying that jersey. But the Pacers, I think the Pacers should be thankful that they made the Eastern Conference Finals last year, because this year it don't look like that's going to happen again. It ain't looking good. It is still early. They've had a slow start, but Tyrese Halliburton, I don't know what's going on. There's some discourse online that I'm not going to get into about him, but they should be thankful that they made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But the Chicago Bulls, what should they be thankful for? They should be thankful. They're also in Chicago, similar to Brooklyn. They should be thankful for the city that they're in. I don't see any other thing that they should be thankful for. I mean, Kobe White's decent. Zach LaVine, Vucevic, they're both aging. Josh Giddey, I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, I visited Chicago once. I really, really liked it. They've got incredible food. I thought the city was great. I only went to downtown and spent a few days there, but I liked it. So they should be thankful they're in Chicago. Be thankful that you're in the location that you're in. But the Milwaukee Bucks, this one also no brainer. The Milwaukee Bucks should be thankful for Giannis each and every day. They should be singing his praises each and every day. I mean, currently averaging 32 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and he never cheats the game. I really appreciate that about Giannis. He goes hard every single game. So the Milwaukee Bucks aren't thankful for Giannis. I don't know what they should be thankful for. But let's get into the last division, the Southeast Division, the Orlando Magic. They ought to be thankful. This was a weird one. They should be thankful for their social media team. I mean, has anyone ever seen the social media team for the Orlando Magic? They got that catchy Orlando Magic. I mean, it's catchy. I sing it all the time. My wife gets sick of it, but she knows it now, and I heard her sing it. And if she tells you any different, don't let her do that. Orlando Magic social media team they should be thankful for. The Atlanta Hawks. Honestly, they might have the best City Edition jerseys. So they should be proud of that, and they should be thankful for that. I mean, you've got your white, you've got a gold trim with light blue backdrop for the letters, and then black font. It's solid. I mean, if you're an Atlanta Hawks fan, you definitely should try to get yourself one of them City Edition jerseys. And even if you're not, like myself, I would consider it. I would consider wearing that jersey. So solid City Edition jerseys. But the Miami Heat, I think ultimately should be thankful for Coach Spoelstra. Outside of Greg Popovich, in my opinion, he is the best coach in the NBA. Coach Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA. I mean, he's got a great story going from one of the video guys, doing film editing and whatnot, to head coach. Incredible. I definitely think they should be thankful for him. The Charlotte Hornets should be thankful for their main announcer, broadcaster, however you want to put it. I don't know if anyone has ever looked up Charlotte Hornets announcer reactions. They are hilarious. And I meant to pull one up for the show, and I apologize I don't have one pulled up here. But hilarious. Like, he gets into those Charlotte Hornets games. So they should be thankful for him. But the Washington Wizards, unfortunately, are one of two teams that I think have nothing to be thankful for. And the other team we'll get into a little bit later. But the Washington Wizards, I mean, they're awful. They've been awful. And I think they need prayer. I think we need to have a prayer circle for the Washington Wizards. I don't think they have anything to be thankful for this year, unfortunately. But let's get into the West. Let's start in the Northwest Division for the West. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder sitting at second best record, tied for the best record with the Warriors at 12-4. I think they should be most thankful for their GM. I mean, I have Daryl Morey written. I don't know why I have Daryl Morey written down. He's not their GM, but Sam Presti, if I'm not mistaken, collection of picks, the trades that they made, the players that they have drafted have been incredible. They're going to be in force in the West for a while. So similar to, the Boston Celtics, I think they should be thankful for their front office and Sam Presti. He's done a phenomenal job. The Denver Nuggets, this one's easy. Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Nuggets should be thankful for Jokic each and every day. I mean, the late second round pick, nobody saw a 3-time MVP out of this dude. He got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, for goodness sakes. Like, no one saw a 3-time MVP. If they did say they saw that coming in, they're lying. They're not telling the truth. 3-time MVP, about to be 4-time MVP if he keeps up these numbers. He's averaging 30 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists. Nikola Jokic balling out again. I mean, Denver Nuggets should be thankful to him, for many years to come. But Minnesota Timberwolves in a similar boat. Anthony Edwards, this should be the thing that they are most thankful for. I mean, one of the young faces in the league, exciting player on and off the court. I mean, he's got his highlight threes, his posters, and then he says off the wall stuff after the game that I'm not going to repeat for my podcast. But Anthony Edwards, incredible player. They should be thankful. The Minnesota Timberwolves, that is, should be thankful for him. Then you got the Portland Trail Blazers. This is going to sound crazy, but I think they should be thankful for Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups, former Detroit Pistons guard, former finals MVP for the Detroit Pistons back in 2004. I think he's a good coach, personally. I know his record says otherwise at 87 and 174, but who have the Blazers had? Like, who have the Blazers had for them to win 87 games? Like, since he's been there. This is his 4th season. He has not had much to work with, but I think he's a good coach. I really do. So I hope the front office continues to stay patient with Chauncey Billups, and he eventually gets his flowers. They get some pieces, and they can see some success. Not a whole lot, because I'm a Spurs fan, but I want them to see some success, just a little bit. And then the Utah Jazz. Great scenic mountain views. I think they should be thankful for that. I mean, hey, the team's not playing well. They're the second worst in the Western Conference, but go outside and take a look at the sunset over the mountains. It's beautiful. So the Utah Jazz should be thankful for those Salt Lake City views. But I mean, their throwback jerseys are pretty cool too. Their City Edition jerseys are inspired by their 90s, Karl Malone, John Stockton era jerseys. So I guess they could be thankful for that. But scenic views, yeah, go with that. The Golden State Warriors. This one's an easy one. Steph Curry. Obviously, who else could it be? What else needs to be said? The Warriors are indebted to Steph Curry for the relevance that they had over the past 10 plus years now, about 10 years or so. And I mean, he's 36. He's balling like he's 26 still. I mean, running all over the court still. Cardio game is crazy. Been balling out since 2009. Living legend. Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the Warriors. I know it's a team sport. I know they've had some really solid pieces over the years. I'm not glossing over that, but they should be thankful for Steph Curry. Similarly, the Los Angeles Lakers should be thankful for LeBron James. LeBron. What else could be said about LeBron that hasn't already been said? He is also a living legend. Do you remember the pre-LeBron era Lakers? Neither do I. Exactly. So LeBron has been just phenomenal for them. Brought a chip, multiple playoff appearances over the past few years. Got the scoring record, scored 40,000 points. This man's going to be 40 in a couple weeks. 40 years old and still hooping better than some of those young guys. So Los Angeles Lakers should be thankful for LeBron. The Phoenix Suns, this was a bit of an interesting one as well because I could have went KD, but I'm actually going to go with their owner, Matt Ishbia. I think they should be most thankful to him because, one, he's willing to shell out the money. He's young, 44. He's going to be the owner probably for the foreseeable future. And I mean, with the payroll of KD, Book, and Beal, high payroll, but he's willing to pay it, to try and get some wins. So I respect it. So I think they should be thankful for him. The Los Angeles Clippers, they should be thankful for their new arena, the Intuit Dome. I mean, I've seen more arena highlights than Clippers highlights. So that should tell you everything about the Clippers season. Steve Ballmer, paid a whole heck of a lot of money for that arena. So, I mean, unfortunately, they don't have the team to match it. But I think they should be thankful for that new arena nonetheless. Lastly, in the Pacific Conference, small market team I'm getting ahead of myself. The Sacramento Kings should be thankful that they are in a small market. I mean, I like this team. I like this roster. I like De'Aaron Fox. I like Sabonis. I think they play really well. Also, Keegan Murray, I'm high on. I really like his game. But I mean, they're the only major player in Sacramento there. So, I mean, their fans are devoted. They've got a really solid coach in Mike Brown. So, I mean, they should be thankful that they're in a small market because people love them in that market. So, last division, the Southwest Division, my favorite division. You've got the Houston Rockets. I think they should be most thankful for Ime Udoka. Obviously, left Boston in controversial fashion. Won't get into that. But the man can coach. He's a solid coach. I mean, he took Boston to the finals in his first year as head coach. Would still be there, had it not been for, some problems he, got into. But Houston's playing well, unfortunately. So, yeah, Ime Udoka, they should be thankful for him. The Dallas Mavericks, they should be thankful that they're better than the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they won a chip in this century. They've been to the championship round this decade, something that the Cowboys cannot say. So, yeah, I would say that they should be thankful that they're better than the Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas is Maverick country. You heard it here. Dallas is Maverick country, and that's coming from a Spurs fan. But anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies, they're also similarly to Sacramento. They're the major player in town, so I think they should be thankful that they are the only major player in town. It's not a knock against them, but it's just a reality. Solid team, devoted fans. I like their, some of the pieces they have. Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Morant obviously come to mind. Desmond Bane as well, but they should be thankful that they're the only major player in town. Second to lastly, you've got the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs should be thankful for, so many different things. Wembanyama balling out. Steph Castle balling out on both ends of the floor. The addition of CP3 and his wisdom. Coach Pop, he's the GOAT. What else do you have to say? They should be thankful for San Antonio. Amazing food. I love that city. They should be thankful for the new $4 billion arena project that got announced by the city. A new arena for the San Antonio Spurs. They should be thankful for France, for Wemby's development, playing pro when he was 13, 14 years old. I don't know how young it was, but the San Antonio Spurs got a lot to be thankful for. It is good. It is a good time to be a Spurs fan. But last but certainly least, the New Orleans Pelicans, the other team that has nothing to be thankful for this year. It's like injuries. If you remember from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, one of the final scenes when Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, says to Spider-Man, misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen. That's the New Orleans Pelicans. It is what it is, but I don't think they have anything to be thankful for this year. But before I wrap up here, that is all I have for you fine folks today. Thanksgiving edition, what every team should be thankful for. But before I wrap up, got to talk about the marquee matchups. I will be posting those more than likely on Black Friday. So you're listening to this earlier in the week. Black Friday will be marquee matchups posted. And you got two games. You got a game on Friday, the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe that is group play for the NBA Cup tournament. So definitely check that one out. Friday night, I believe that will be on ESPN. And then Saturday, Golden State is taking on the Phoenix Suns. That should be a really good one. You got KD going against his former team, Steph and Book, all them boys. I think that should be a good one. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the show I have for you fine folks. I know I went over 15 minutes, but it's okay. You love me anyway, at least I hope. But I hope you have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. And like I said in the beginning of the show, get to spend it with all the people that you care about and eat all the food that you want and hopefully not feel bad afterwards. But have an amazing week. I will see you next Friday for another edition of Another Turnover. And take care and see ya.